Eastern Time. Julie, we get to crown another champion.
Oh, we can't wait for that.
It's the 2024 Sports National Spelling Bee Finals tomorrow night. So for all of us here at the Bee, good night. We'll see you then.
Hold on. It's only a jump.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into Thursday night, May 29th, 2024. And I checked my audio, and I do have audio confirmation. I have a little bit of an issue going on with the pop-out chat right now. I got to figure out what's going on with that. Oh, there it finally caught up, I should say. It is Thursday. I am tired. I played golf today. I did win today. I played slightly better than yesterday, and I won. So we're going to play tomorrow because we have to have the rubber match, as it's called. We'll see how that goes. We have Darren. We have William. Hello, William. Hello, Rich. Hello, Greg. And hello, Jeff, already joining us over in the Zoom homies Zoom. Oh. Tony Wallow was first tonight.
Howdy, y'all.
See, yeah, that works. That's good. I am running OBS in studio mode. I did play around with it a little bit last night, messing around, trying to learn it, make it work to how I want it. Silver Edition says, hey there, haven't seen Silver Edition in quite some time. I got to figure something out here. Now, the pop-out chat is running in OBS. I can see it. I'm thinking about maybe moving that camera back there, and then I've got everything right there. But I haven't decided yet on that. I was wanting to put the pop-out chat thing to which I make things appear on the stream, like Sam Onefish 26 saying hi, y'all. I was trying to figure out how to get that into OBS, but apparently that is not a dockable thing through OBS. Maybe later on today Sam can help me do that. Great guy said he was 30. He was doing laundry, making dinner, smoked sausage, boiled potatoes. That sounds really good, actually. We had mung beans for dinner tonight. Let me see here. John Williams says he's feeling better. He knew the Kid Stout Live show would cheer him up. As we know, I'm, quote, one of the many troublemakers that have a YouTube channel. Yes, I have heard that about me today. I've heard that I am a troublemaker. Oh, just wait, Doug. Just wait. I apologize. I'm very thirsty for some reason. Chris Garrett joins us over in Zoom. Hello, Chris. Rick Lake says hello to everybody. Yeah, I've got to figure out something here. If I put this there, I can't read it. Plus it covers up. It covers up the Zoom. I didn't think that. Whatever. Jeff says he's first to say good evening from Lost Wages. Didn't think he was going to be here tonight at all. Good to see you, Jeff. Hello, Chris.
Hey. Yeah, Tony. Baseball got canceled today. So
rain, weather, just
no. The Parks and Recreation Department double booked the field, so we got screwed out of the field.
Oh, yeah, that can happen, actually.
Yesterday and today, both.
That's a good break for the kids. I mean, you did say they've got another tournament coming up this weekend.
Sometime in June.
Oh, in June. Okay. Silver
2 or
Edition
3 weeks
says
yet.
can't stay very long. He's got to work in the morning. Yeah, that's a 4-letter word. I don't like work.
Well, I'm not going to stay all night. I got to get up at 5 a.m. I got to be at an MRI at 6:30 in the morning, so I got to get up and get a shower and get over there.
Oh my goodness, that's early. Yeah, you'll be getting up.
Yeah.
I'll actually get up about 6 my time. Greg says, everybody hit the like button or I'll kick you out. Nah, I'm not, how am I going to kick people out? I don't know if they hit the like button or not. The one thing this thing doesn't do, it doesn't give me real-time stats. I have to actually refresh, and sometimes that doesn't go too well with me. Long Dog says he had fish that comes in a box and he used his air fryer to create a wonderful dinner. Yeah, I still not getting an air fryer. You put air fryer in a category of Windows 11. It's not happening. Not until I absolutely have to. I kind of wish Sam was here. Hopefully he'll join us after a bit. Tim Tech Wiz says he's here. Sup. Okay. Does that mean he's here having supper, or does that mean I'll catch up with these kids' lingo one of these days. Wow, that was interesting.
You might be having soup.
Or it could be soup, yeah. What the heck was that? I clicked on Tim Tech Wiz's. Wow. I clicked on Tim Tech Wiz's comment, and it highlighted Long Dog's comment, which is 3 comments below. That's crazy. Yes, yes. Let's watch our 4-letter word usage. Now, one of the 4-letter words that's more than acceptable around here is golf. We can use that one. That one's very acceptable.
No, I don't like that.
You don't like golf?
No.
What about what? Boat?
No.
Oh, note?
Snow.
Oh, snow.
S-N-O-W.
I can't hear. Yeah, we can talk about snow now. It's May, and I don't think we're going to get any of that dreaded white stuff in May. So sure, we can talk about snow. John got the side of his garage painted. Less than a foot from a picket fence. Greg will come over and help you with your fence. That's his specialty. Man, I cannot imagine having if I'm reading his message correctly, he's got about a foot of space to paint the garage. Tony says it must be raining out where he's at. I got to look Tony's phone number up. Mrs. K got a text today from someone in the 415 area code. It is California. I don't know who it is. And it just said hello. I'm in the middle of playing golf, and it just happened to be at the phone to put the score in, and it popped up on the screen. I always mute the phone when I'm playing golf because that way I don't get disturbed by Mrs. K sending me text or any business soliciting, calling me and whatnot. And it just works out better that way. I do check when we get to the 10th hole, I do check to see what's going on, see if she's messaged me or whatnot. I did play better today. I shot 38 on the front, which is 3 over what I shot yesterday. But it was I know this is going to sound really silly, but it was a very good 38. I was actually striking the ball. My chipping was phenomenal. But my putting, I don't want to talk about my putting. And on the back, I shot 5 strokes better today than I did yesterday. As we all know, I shot a fantastic 48 yesterday, which means I shot a 43 today. But the bright side of the 43 was I parred 2 of the 3 long holes. There's 239, 234, and 173 back to back to back. I parred the last 2 in a row. That just added to it. Not only did I get a par on them, but I got them back to back on the 2 long holes. My goal tomorrow is to get at least a 4 on the first big hole. Just, it was a good day. It was fun. If you kept your eye on it, you get a hole-in-one. I've actually gotten one hole-in-one. I've got it hanging on the wall. It's 114 yards out, tee to green, or tee to the hole. I used a pitching wedge back when I could hit a pitching wedge 114 yards. I'd be lucky to hit a pitching wedge 90 yards now. I did have a couple fantastic drives. Didn't measure them. Didn't want to measure them. I just knew they were good drives. So anyway, Greg's giving me the. Let's stop talking about golf. You all right, Greg?
No.
All right. Well, let's move on to Da Vinci, shall we?
Hell no.
I think you need to modify some of your golfing videos in Da Vinci and post it for Greg.
I need to get some new golfing videos, and do exactly that. I figured out something today, but I don't want to talk about it just yet. Good night, Silver Edition. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. I was trying something today on my drives, and it seemed to really help out. I've got 2 holes, 2 on the front, 2 on the back, so I guess that's 4, that are just mind-boggling to me. Hole number 7 is 113 yards, tee to the middle of the green. It's an 8-iron, and I always put it on the green. Hole number 8 is 108 yards, tee to the middle of the green, and I use an 8-iron. Now, you would think the hole previous, I used an 8-iron, I would put the ball on the green. I do not. I either shank it to the left, shank it to the right, hit it over the hole, hit it way short. And it's got to be right here. It's just all got to be right here. Get back to the back 9, 14 and 15 are 108 and 105 yards respectively. Again, an easy 8-iron. Got to be in my head. Mrs. K and I talked about it tonight when we were going to work. It's got to be in my head. So you decided to keep your eyes open instead. Yes, I'm going to answer Mrs. K's text. I've got the ringer off so you guys didn't hear it. I need to turn that on. I took a nap earlier today and I put the ringer on mute so I couldn't be disturbed. So I followed Long Dog. Sorry about that, Sam. I followed Sam's advice. I did not overthink anything today, with one exception, and I didn't really overthink it. I placed the ball on the ground. I did not walk behind it. I did not look at my line. I put the ball on the ground in the tee, stood up, adjusted my grip on the club, 2 practice swings, and hit the ball. No thought process whatsoever. None. Just very simple. Tee to ground, hit the ball, and go on. With one exception to that. On one hole, they've changed the pin location, which changes the yardage. I was in between the club I wanted to use and the club I ended up using. I wasn't sure which way to go. I actually made the wise decision. I made the right decision because I hit the ball about 3 feet from the hole on my tee shot. So that was the right. If I'd have changed clubs, it would have been all kind of wrong. So I was pretty happy with that. That was the only thought process the entire day. Now, putting killed me today. I don't know what was going on. Keep it simple. Just use 2, 3. I basically use a 56-degree wedge, a pitching wedge, an 8-iron, and a 3-wood, and my 4-wood hybrid. That's it. That's all the clubs I've got. I carry, I think, 12 clubs, and my putter, obviously, but I don't really consider that a club. But that is it. Occasionally I'll use a 9-iron. Occasionally I'll use a 6-iron. But other than that, I could play golf with just 4 or 5 clubs, easy. Yeah, each club behaves in a certain way. Yeah. Long Dog says, it sounds like you're not, Long Dog, you speak a unique language. It sounds like you're not, can it take my advice? I take advice. I don't care if a little old lady's walking up the street. If she comes on the golf course and says, Sonny, I got a golf tip for you, I'm taking that golf tip. I mean, it cannot hurt anything. And the front nine today, we were hampered by not one, not two, but 3 groups in front of us that nobody knew how to play golf. Nobody. It was horrible. And usually that just gets to me, but today I was like, you know what? This is such a nice 62-degree, cloudy, windy day today. I'm not going to let this bother me. And we kept catching the one group that was the third group back. We kept catching them at every hole. And you would think they'd say, hey, would you like to play through? Or, something which we had discussed that they did. We were going to decline it. But they never did. And the kid, you could tell he was learning a game of golf. So anyway, Long Dog says when he was in high school, believe it or not, they had a golf course for one semester. We were thinking about, I think we were given 3 clubs. Depending on how big the course is, I mean, I might actually try. I might take Long Dog's. I'd have to think about 4 clubs though, because the first hole is 66 yards. That's 56-degree wedge. That's what I use for it. And then you have a 239-yard hole. I cannot tee off with a 56-degree wedge and hope to get par on that long of a course. Hello, Jeff Pearl. I like your shirt. I have one similar to that somewhere. I just don't know where it's at. I hope Greg's all right. Hope Sin's all right. I was thinking about him earlier tonight. I hadn't seen him in a day or two. Of course, I missed a day as well, so that could attribute it to that. Well, there's no controlling the ball. Once you strike that golf ball, Long Dog says the other part of his advice is trying to control the ball and don't worry about how your score turns out. You can't, once that club hits that ball, it's out of your hands. It's going to go where it wants to go. Now, the only thing you can control, if you want to use that word, is your putts. You can control where they're going and the speed they're going, and much past that, you can't, anything off the tee, off the deck, which is the ground, you're not, out of the sand, you're not controlling that. At least at my level, you're not controlling that. I am not Tiger Woods, believe me. Never will be, and probably never get the chance to play at a big official tournament. There is control of the ball. That's the whole point. You can put spin on the ball. I mean, there's so many different things you can do, and if I didn't tell you guys that I haven't actually Googled how to put spin on the ball, I'd be lying, because I have. I know I don't have the talent to do that. At least right now, I don't have the talent to do that. My chipping today, or lobbing, whatever you want to call it, I call it chipping, anything 40 yards and in, was phenomenal. I only missed when I didn't get it on the green, I was short, I only missed 1 chip, and that went long. Everything else was on the green. Now, they were 35 feet away from the pin, the hole, but they were on the green. And Jake 2 or 3 times said, well, you ought to really try. I'm like, Jake, right now I'm trying to get a technique down that I'm comfortable with. Repetition, muscle memory. That I know, no matter where I'm at, 40, 35, 20, 15, I go through the same motion and the ball's going to be on the green. I said, in a couple days, I will work on placing the ball, aiming the ball where I want it to go. Because today, chipping was great. Now, tomorrow, we'll see.
I'm fine.
That's good.
I was getting my double banana smoothie.
Oh, good God, that sounds horrible. Show that again. That sounds horrible. What do you mean? What do I mean?
It's good.
Double what banana? Oh, ugh. Good thing. Oh, man. John Williams says, "Can Scotty Scheffler can teach me how to avoid the law?" Yeah, he can. I did read where all the charges were dropped. I haven't read the article yet, but I know all the charges were dropped against him, so that's good. I kind of figured that's the way it was going to go anyway. We are playing tomorrow. He won Tuesday. I won today. We have to play tomorrow. And we might play Friday. I don't know. It depends on the weather and whether we're going to go out of town or not. We kind of want to go out of town, but we haven't made up our minds yet. So anyway, that took up whole 19 minutes. Anybody got anything they want to bring to the table? Tech questions or golf questions or anything?
I went to Walmart today.
I did too. On the way to taking Mrs. K to work, we had to stop at Walmart. Speaking of Walmart, there was a Walmart employee that absolutely refused to help Mrs. K. She was sending money to the Philippines. And the girl said, "I'm not going to help." She literally said, "I'm not going to help you." And I told her, I said, "And you said what?" She said, "I told her I needed help and to get somebody." I said, "I would ask for a manager." If a Walmart employee that's at the customer service desk, that, you know, part of their job is to help people send money wherever, and she said she wouldn't help her, I would have probably became unglued. Brian Lightfoot joins us in the chat. Sounds like a name I need to Google. Scotty Scheffler is, I believe he still might be the #1 ranked golfer in the world. He got arrested down at the Open in Valhalla because there was a traffic fatality and the police were guiding the traffic, and apparently there was a little bit of miscommunication between the policeman and him. It ended up in a scuffle. He got arrested. He got taken to jail. He got booked. He got thrown in a cell. He made it in time to play his round of golf. That's the story with that. Those charges have long since been dropped.
One of the cops involved has gotten some type of internal discipline.
Several times from what I've read. Yes, and he has been disciplined.
I mean, on this particular issue.
Right, correct. On this one, he has been disciplined again.
Don't know any
Sounds
details.
like a normal
I just
day.
read a headline someplace.
Yeah, anymore. I mean, I've made it 2 days in a row, and I took a brief nap this afternoon, and I feel pretty good. I've got to get some sleep tonight because we're playing early in the morning, which is going to be fun because she gets off at 6:30, and then literally going to drop her off, get a cup of coffee, maybe grab a quick sandwich, and hit the golf course. I did not go to the range today. I intentionally did not go to the range. I like going to the range because it gets me in golf. It loosens me up. I equivalate. There you go. There's a good word for you to remember. There's a good English word. Equivalate. Oh my gosh. I equate that to stretching. I'll hit every club in the golf in my bag, and I'm not concerned about the height, the distance, or anything else. I'm concerned about just hitting the golf ball to get loose. There he is. There's the troublemaker from the West Coast. Long Dog must be talking about some kind of sauce.
Tim?
Oh, is that Tim? Hang on, let me spotlight him. I can't. I got Zoom so far away. Oh, that's not Tim. That's Doug Jr.
It's a bald Tim.
A bald Tim. Oh my gosh. I don't need that image stuck in my head. Mercy. And then the girl that did help her out, she was like, "Okay, so you're sending," her words, not mine, $10,180. I said, "No." Oh wait, I forgot to translate that. That's what the equivalent in the Philippines is. I'm like, I hope so. Middle of that transaction, that girl had to leave because there was a scuffle going on involving the police, and she had to go out and see what was going on with that. Brian, did you get your little adventure project thing up and running?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you
so.
hear us?
Unfortunately, so.
What?
Yeah, I'm having, believe it or not, some audio issues here, but yes, everything's transferred. It's all new.
Let me spotlight you. Are we growing a little bit of a mustache there?
You got an
Yeah.
egg in your pocket.
I know. I noticed that last night.
What you say? You got soundbar issues?
I got a mustache issue. All right.
Yeah, we know you just had a cup of milk. Yes. Go ahead. Explain your project. You have the floor, sir.
I was cleaning my carpets. That's
No, our phone call conversation that we had when I was coming back from golf. Did you get that up and running?
Well, it's up and running. You can give it a try. Open a browser. Matter of
Okay.
fact, anybody within the sound of my voice,
Open a browser.
Just go to-
Browser's open.
go to www. That's that little upside down M key on your keyboard.
You don't have to put 3 W's in.
Go to zoomhomies.com. All one word, zoomhomies.com. And let me know if it works for you.
Oh, I know what it says because I laughed.
Oh, okay. Then it's working for you.
For me, it is working.
That's as far as I've gotten on that. I've been working on my own website, getting that migrated from one web hosting company to another web hosting company.
There you go. I dropped it over in the YouTube chat. Now,
Oh, I didn't know how to do that.
we'll discuss
When
it
I go
after
to the
this.
Lightfoot site or try to, I get a message that says visiting an untrustworthy website has been prevented.
I didn't get anything.
I will share my screen. Hang on. I will share it both with the homies and with. How am I going to do this? I'll have to put this
An
over here.
untrusted website.
And then I will have to go to.
I see the guy sitting on the crapper.
There's
Oh,
that.
excuse me. I'm sorry. Let me turn my camera off.
And then here. And then. Oh, wait. I'm looking at it over in the preview window.
Oh boy, here we go. Okay, Doug.
What happened? Okay, so as you can tell, I'm working on off of the studio thing here. Why? Oh, I know what happened. I need to minimize this and then hit transition. And then it will, there we go. That should transition it out to YouTube. I've got some work to do in studio mode. But I'm going to like it, I think. I think I can really make this work to my advantage. So let me bring that back. Let me go back to OBS. Let me put it back to there. And see if that brings us back to... No, it does not. Now let me try...
Blow it again.
Hey, I'm learning it. Give me a break. There we go. Now we're back to where we should be. And...
Over 2 years? You should
No,
know
I just learned studio mode last night. And I don't want to be the bearer of bad news to Alex, but I did remember some of what I learned last night. Oh, is Mrs. K here? Wait a minute.
Yep,
I see.
she is.
Oh, she's in chat, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, the first thing when I seen him say hello to Mrs. K, I'm like, I'm looking in Zoom. I don't. Okay, Mrs. K's taking my side. Mine is not a mustache, Mr. K. I have a beard, a Santa beard. Yeah, let's not go down the Santa baby or whatever that song is. You guys don't want me singing. Hello, Mrs. K. How's your night going? Mrs. K is going to say hi to everybody. Yeah, this studio thing, I'm really going to, once I get practiced on it a little bit better, I'm going to like it. I'm going to have to rearrange the cameras and where I've got Zoom and whatnot, but I really do think I'm going to like it. Too quick, don't talk about her. Thanks, Greg. Nothing like telling me she's here 10 minutes after she's here. Brian, have you experimented? I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana. Where are you?
Well, your wife wants to know where you're at.
Oh, this is a recording. I'm out on the town.
All right, back to your question. Have I done what?
Have you checked out whether you can put someone's name in front of the Zoom homie and they get email from there or not yet?
I briefly saw it, but I believe so. In other words, it includes email.
Oh, okay. We'll have to give that a shot. There is someone joining us from the Philippines. She says, "Good morning to all people here, Sweet Mila." Hello, Sweet Mila. Thank you so much. I haven't seen you in a while. And it is 10:30 in the morning or 11:30 in the morning, depending on where you're at in the Philippines. Whereas it's 10:30 at night here for us. Well, for me. Alex was here. He'd be correcting me and saying I'm wrong. And oh boy. Anyway.
No, he's wrong. It's 10:30.
For us, it is 10:30. Yes. For the people on that side of the world, we are 10:30, and for those people everywhere else, it's a different time. Now, let's go into a little bit of overtime. Even though Mr. Pearl is here with us tonight, we haven't gone into overtime for quite some time. Is that okay with you, Mr. Pearl?
Don't stand up, Jeff.
As we don't talk about Da Vinci or golf.
What about OBS?
Eh.
No Da Vinci, no golf, but OBS is okay. I'll have to figure out how to stream and show OBS at the same time.
We'll talk about growing a lawn.
Or staining your fence, or cleaning your carpet. By the way, did you not recently tell us you kind of fell through your attic?
Yes, I did.
Do you feeling okay from that?
Yeah, I'm all right.
And the attic still has a hole in it, or did you get it fixed yet?
I haven't gone to Lowe's and got a 2-foot by 2-foot piece of drywall. It's just in the garage.
Yeah, you need to check chat out. Mrs. K said hello to you. I'll highlight that. That's worthy of a highlight. I don't know what it is with Asian people and the word Greg. I just every Asian person that I know and the name Greg, it's Greggy. It is Greggy. Yes, I don't know why. It's just funny. So anyway, Long Dog says, as an electrician, when he used to go up in the attic, he always had to worry that I might. My son went through his attic. Greg went through his attic. I have an attic, but I will not get in the attic because I pretty much know I'll go through the attic, and I don't need to do that.
Well, what's worse is when one leg goes through on the left side of the ceiling joist and the right leg goes through the other side of the joist.
Ouch.
Yeah, that sounds like that could be very painful.
Yes, it does.
Are you speaking from the voice of experience with that?
Nope. Never did it.
You should have said, no, not at all. What makes you think so?
Never went through an attic, but the house I grew up in, we had 3 different kinds of electrical wiring in that house, actually.
Wow.
It was old enough. The first type was done when all they ran off of it was lights, and those were run off of lead acid batteries that were in glass containers. I mean, not when we had the house, but when the original owner had it. We had what they called knob and tube wiring. and the knobs were screwed into the rafters up in the attic, and there were bare wires attached to those. And so you had one half of a circuit running down one rafter and the other half on the other one, 18 inches apart. And if you got up there in the dark and touched both of them at once, you knew it. Didn't go through the ceiling, but you could get yourself zapped pretty readily.
That took me a minute to figure that out. I was trying to open the email address up, and it kept working on the preview side, but not on the program side. And every time I hit transition, it wouldn't work, but I got it to work. So I am going to enjoy this once I get it fine-tuned a little bit. Mrs. K says, "Okay, fellers, gotta go."
The boss is leaving?
The boss is leaving, yes. She might join Zoom later tonight, I don't know, but I'm not sticking around very long tonight. I need to get my beauty rest or whatnot. Okay, fellas, that sounds like me. That's my terminology. Yeah, she's pretty good about picking lingo up. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. I want to thank everyone who joined us on YouTube. Just the generic, and I will get this better to where I can actually call you by name and thank you individually. But for tonight, it's just going to be the generic. Thank you, everyone on YouTube. Thank you, everyone on Zoom. Darren, William, Rich, Greg, or Greggy, Jeff Pearl, Brian Lightfoot, Chris Garrett. Thank you so much. I have to go find the Doug button. You know what? I have the Doug button on the Stream Deck. I should test it to see it. No, I'll do